Greetings, this is Vlodril, and welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. So let's speak to Lord Marsh.
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not.
Dr.
I
Watson's
already have
model
the
is so
valuable
nice.
assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh, you're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes, but also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh,
How do you know?
Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Alright. Unless we got something correct out of that. Lord Marsh was diagnosed with influenza, however, his illness appears to be something more serious. Dr. Fisher stated that he adopted the disguise in order to offer positions of work. So we won't ask about the father. And also I think I may have missed my opportunity to speak to... What's her name? Mrs. Stowbridge.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel.
Hunters, our quartermain club to celebrate a horseback riding, exploration and hunting. Okay.
Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Huh. That doesn't seem like an English photograph. He did say English malady, so
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical
he should be English. He has got on arms. I don't know.
Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life.
Document with seal. So maybe some you need to use the investigation to find it out. Alright. Dear Lord Marsh, here is the list of selected participants for the special education program in October. It looks to be a very promising event. I'm looking forward to it. Patrick Tanner, Thomas Kelly, John Stonebridge, which is the
John
guy that's missing.
I've seen this name before.
Yeah.
It was on a missing persons poster.
Also, I don't remember Tom's last name.
Quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best.
Damn, Watson looks so dangerous.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, hello. Oh yeah, this was great in the previous game. One of my favorite parts. Find the pair of the way you made your deductions and the way you could arrive into different outcomes with the clues you had. That was pretty awesome. And it was pretty easy to also not find the correct answer. Alright, Quarterman Club, Special Education. Alright, that doesn't work. There we go. Some of the facts may be interpreted differently. You can always change the picture of a crime by clicking different things. A special job mentioned by George Hart is not connected with a special education program. We don't have enough deductions yet, but when we create others, they will start to make connections. I think it's supposed to represent the brain cells or whatever, how your brain works. Cool. I'm glad they kept that part. I really liked it.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
Despite my title, yes. I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals.
Well, that hospital was always kinda poor. We have been to that in previous games.
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house. It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage.
We may actually arrive at a wrong conclusion, if you like. Although I'm not so. In the previous game, you didn't get you did this bad, but you could see if you chose the optimal, I think, answer. We'll see how they handle it in this one.
Paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor.
Since when does Holmes
Bags
care?
full of food. It's closed.
Closed.
It's shut tight.
So I only get the T, investigate, when there is something to be found that's hidden, I guess, maybe. This place has seen better days. The upholstery is kinda rotten and decaying, and there are spider webs. That's weird to find in a rich guy's house. Alright, is there anything else?
I'm intrigued by the...
Let me see. Dialogue. George Hurst. Alright. That was his name. Can we talk about that again?
Is there something else that interests you?
Yes, but I don't think you... Let me... How do I do this? Ah, okay. I need to ask Tom. I think I need to leave. There is nothing else as far as I can see. Cool. Alright. Let's go. I think we have what we came for. still want to go to the Whitechapel and speak to... he did not follow me. Do I not have what I need? Why? Maybe I need to just leave. I find it strange that
It's closed.
Watson will not follow
It's
me.
closed.
Or the game doesn't say anything. Well, you're done now. You can go. Don't see anything else though. Well, let's see what happens if we get into the carriage. Nothing. Alright, maybe we'll return then. So I want to go and speak to Mrs. Stonebridge or whatever her name is. And then we'll speak to Tom. So she should be at 5 Donner Street. And Tom should be also at Donner Street. Helpful. Alright, 14, 13, 11, 5. Actually, this has no numbers. Can't get him there. This is still Dorset Street. But I don't see any... Oh, there we go, 10. 9. Was it 9? Five. Why am I getting a knock?
Just leave the post on the doorstep.
Alright, maybe I can just knock in general. Alright, where the hell is 5 then? This is nothing. This also says nothing. Unless I'm blind. Unless I'm blind, I can see no 5. Maybe we don't talk to her. It says talk to the wife on the pamphlet, but it doesn't on the deduction. It just says talk to Tom, so maybe it was just meant for us to find out that that guy's name was on the paper.
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
What is it? Alright, we have a key. We have some symbol. Je suis pressed. Wolfjack. That's French, I think.
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. A ramrod to clean a rifle. This oil can also be used on weapons.
Alright,
Tom, does
military.
your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil.
Toby.
Find that rifle.
Cool. Je suis pressed. Wolfjack. Interesting. So that special job. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Let's go back to the to our house. 221 Baker Street, I think. Or is it 221B? That's not what I wanted. Where's the map? There we go. Pets, Toby the dog from 221B. Yep. Cool. Where is this carriage? I know I can fast travel, but for now anyway I want to use the, move around thing. If I get tired of it I can fast travel always later on. I wonder if I can search archives. Yep, that's what I was about to say. I wonder if I can search the archives for it. It's weird how both him and the new Watson look like actors now. Well-known actors too. Alright. I'm also guessing that the Devil's Daughter subtitle is referring to Kate. A wolfjack is half wolf and half jackrabbit. It was used by the Lovat Scouts as a self-descriptive nickname. The Lovat Scouts formally became the British Army's first marksman unit. So he was a sniper.
Here it is.
He definitely has a rifle then. Interesting.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
Yeah, alright. Come, Toby.
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep.
Will you actually play as Toby? You did that on
Watson? I prefer to visit Lord Marsh.
The Testament of
I'm
Sherlock
worried about
Holmes.
the condition of his health.
Go to the Hearst house. Oh, I need to check that out too. The Daily Mirror. Cows out of work as milk prices drop. We'll know what that means, and it's unfortunate for the cow, but of course it's cyclical. We fully expect that when meat prices eventually drop, the price of milk will return to its former level. So until then, let's Let us all enjoy our large steak dinners. That's funny. Oh, I can keep going, alright. High society drama. It has been reported that on Sunday last, London's Lord and Lady Jones Gage paid a visit to Ellie's jewellery shop on Essex Street. After a considerable time spent browsing inside the shop, Lord Jones Gage went outside to smoke a pipe. He not only did that, but he then hailed a hansom and drove 60 miles before he realized that he had left his wife stranded at Ellie's. Alright. Cool.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
No, nothing. I was just... I hope I paid you for that work because you went above and beyond. You know what? I think I'll end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to. And I will see you next time with more Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter.